Alright, so I just wanted to do a quick and easy video on how to upgrade a laptop. So this Asus it's pretty old, you know, um, and I was having a problem where the Wi-Fi was just super weak. My router is also all the way on the other side of my house. It does have an Ethernet port, so I was using that for a little bit, but it was getting kind of annoying having to use the Ethernet port all the time. So what I did is, if you go to Wi-Fi here, the old Wi-Fi card only picked up 2.4. So that would be this network here. Or my guess was, which is also 2.4. Let me see if I can get a, yeah. So it was only picking up my 2.4s. It wasn't, I don't know why, but it's just an old card. So it's this one right here. This old card, I guess can only pick up one band, which is the lower end one. So I was having a problem where it just kept refusing to connect, even if I stood right next to the router and I had full signal on it. It would just show as not connected. So I was having problems with this Wi-Fi card. I was also having problems with it because it didn't have 5G, which is what I normally use on all my other computers here, just because the router is so far away. So I decided to see if I had an upgrade for this. So all I did was open up the laptop. So you can tell it's still kind of open. I opened up the laptop, removed the keyboard and the mouse, and the trackpad. I pull the motherboard off, and the Wi-Fi card is right in there. That one right there with those two antennas. So that's the primary antenna. That's the secondary. That's the upgraded card. That card came off of an old Chromebook that broke, and I took it apart and I took whatever pieces I could keep. Luckily it was the same form factor as this one here. So it just plugs into the bottom of the motherboard. There's a screw holding it in. You can see the tip of the screw right there. That's what that piece is. So yeah, I just took the motherboard off, flipped it around, pulled that card off, put a new card in. Super easy, took me about 5 minutes. And now I have fully working Wi-Fi, and I also have the added bonus of having the second band, which is 5G, which is much better, at least in my home. So as you can tell right here, so now I'm on my 5G network over here. Come on, focus. And I'm also picking up better signal on my 2.4s. Before I was only getting 1 bar. It was getting pretty sketchy. But it still wouldn't connect. So the card, something was definitely wrong with the card. If it would have been connecting and it was just a weak signal, I would have just left it in there. But it wasn't connecting and it was a really weak signal. So I just performed that quick upgrade. So yeah, I always just keep extra Wi-Fi cards around from laptops that I tear down and throw away. And like this is also a dual band Wi-Fi card, but it's the wrong format. So it's got the right plug-in, but it's too long. This also came off a Chromebook, and I have a couple. As you can tell, I have a couple of them. I have more sitting on my desk, but I always keep a couple around. If you can't do that, or you don't have the confidence to open that up, I would recommend you get yourself one of these. These are little TP-Link Wi-Fi dongles. You just plug them into your USB, download the drivers, or a lot of times they'll download on their own, but I prefer to download the driver from TP-Link. And yeah, these work great. I've used them before just to diagnose problems or to download drivers that are corrupt or not there for other laptops. So if your PC doesn't have working Wi-Fi, you can pick one of these up on eBay for super cheap. Like I'm pretty sure they're like in the $5 range for a used one. Most of them are just from broken laptops that they tore apart, or you can just pick up a broken laptop, pull the parts you need, or just order a new one. I don't know what the price of a new one is, but you can just get a new Wi-Fi card. That one's definitely bad. I'll chuck that in the trash. Or if you want to go the easier route, just get yourself one of these little TP-Link ones. These are pretty cheap, and once you plug them in, you can barely see them. So it's not like you can just leave them on there for good if you have an extra open port. So it's not like it's sticking out very much. So yeah. So yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. Like I said, this laptop is being sold, so I wanted to verify that everything was working perfectly. Wi-Fi was a weak point, and I wasn't gonna sell something that didn't work. So that's why I ended up doing that upgrade. I just want to give it to the customer fully working, fully tested, and everything else. Thanks.